Hi everyone, Meteorologist Emery here in the Fox 19 First Alert Streaming Center. We are live now, available wherever you stream. We're running into some hiccups here with our YouTube page, but fortunately things are rolling at this point. So again, hi everyone, Meteorologist Emery, and what we've got here is an improving forecast. Still cold, but we are looking at some improvements to be made here as we head on into this afternoon, as well as the upcoming days. Now, I will say tomorrow getting a little bit colder, but we are looking at reason behind that is a cold front moving through, bringing us some very light snow accumulations and perhaps a few travel issues this afternoon for some, but not everybody. We'll dive into that here in a moment, but again, we want to remind you we are live wherever you stream. Apologies for the slight delay. Again, we were having some troubleshooting issues with our YouTube page, but now we're good to go. We are live wherever you stream. So let's go ahead and begin here. Let's take a look at our radar and satellite. We got overcast conditions. No need to show you the cameras because they're all the same. Cloudy skies. Maybe a few flurries out there earlier this morning. But at this point, what we're looking at is radar beginning to show us a few flurries and even a light snow showers to the north and west of Indianapolis. So what we're looking at here, again, this is radar and satellite. As we zoom this out, you're going to see that, excuse me, that line of snow shower activity that's moving right through here. This is where the cold front is, and this cold front will move through here this afternoon and this evening. Again, light snow showers. I'm not looking at anything heavy. I'm not looking at any major accumulations. This is going to be less than a half an inch. That's nothing. In fact, I'm looking at this to not even produce squall situations. Now, we are looking at this line bringing with it some gusty winds. Visibility will be reduced, yes, but not as intense as a snow squall. Because for a snow squall, you need to see those accumulations sticking on the roadways and create a lot of hazards. With this, it will reduce visibility. It will be some very light snow coming down, but not enough to be of major concern. Because there's a difference between just this line of snow showers with some reduced visibility versus what a technical snow squall is. And we'll show you that model data here in just a second. But let's take a look at today's forecast high. It's only going to be 31 degrees this afternoon. But in comparison to what it's been the last few days, this is pretty nice. And you'll see here. Today's high is going all the way up to 31. Again, snow showers will be here with us this afternoon as well as this evening here. And what we're going to look at is some wind gusts. I've been trying to work on the 7-day forecast. It's almost finished with regards to a few tweaks for the 14-day forecast. Of course, Chief Meteorologist Steve Horsemeyer will show you here later on this afternoon at 6:45. But what we've got here is our future wind gusts. So this afternoon, wind gusts could get as high as 25 miles per hour. You couple that with the snow showers and visibility will be reduced at times. So let me go try to pull up that graphic here. And once we do that, then we will be ready to go with showing you the snow accumulations, which again, not much. But I first got to find the graphic. There we go. So here it is behind me here in a moment. Again, wind gusts this afternoon about 20-25 miles per hour. And what we've got here, if it wants to load properly, there we go. Computers sometimes can be our friends and our enemies. So here you go. This afternoon, do note visibility is being reduced in spots, but it's not showing that big line of red like we saw back on Sunday with those snow squall potentials. This is not the same scenario, in fact, quite different. This is a cold front, so it is going to have a little bit of energy with it to where we are looking at, again, some reduced visibility. This is at 7 o'clock this evening. Do note this kind of follows I-71 unilaterally as it is moving to the east. And yeah, there's some orange showing up because, yeah, you've got snowflakes when it's dark with the gusty winds. Sure, visibility will be reduced. But we're not looking at a lot of accumulation. And like I said, it's going to be less than a half an inch. And don't let me tell you that. Let's look at the model. The model is going to tell you, just because I know people want to know the exact amounts. And the exact amounts here doesn't matter because it's less than a half an inch. You're not going to notice much of anything except for maybe the grassy surfaces or maybe along the edges of the roadways. So there you have it, less than a half an inch. And it's widespread. It doesn't matter exactly where, it's just kind of as those snow showers move through. And some of you might say, oh, I didn't see anything. It's because a lot of it probably either got blown around with these winds and moved onto grassy surfaces, or maybe on top of those snow piles that are still remnant from the winter storm a couple weeks ago. But again, not a lot. The impacts are going to be visibility being reduced tonight. And if you're traveling tonight, you might notice along the roadways a kind of wispy look with that blowing snow. Not going to accumulate, it's just going to kind of blow around the edges of the roadways. Now that being said, if it does go along the edge of a roadway, say there is a kind of a line of ice at this point, well, what was snow that's been plowed over to where it's on the edge of the road, and that snow sticks to that, and it kind of goes out along the edge of a few slick spots, it can't be ruled out. But most of this is going to be a visibility reduction scenario here if you are traveling here this evening and tonight. But again, not much of anything with regards to accumulation. So we can take a deep breath on that. I'm not talking about anything accumulating. I know people get a little hyped up with that. We're not looking at any kind of major issues. No first alert weather days to be had. So let's talk about the rest of the work week, which fortunately looks pretty good. So there's the snow showers here this evening. We go into our Friday. Friday looks quiet. Head into the weekend. Saturday looks quiet. Sunday looks quiet. At this point, Sunday just looks like a lot of cloud cover here across the tri-state. Then we head into our Monday. Monday looks quiet. Tuesday looks quiet. Wednesday looks quiet during the day. We go into Wednesday night into Thursday, and we could be running into some shower activity, rain shower activity, mind you, by January 30th. So we are getting warmer to the point where rain is now introduced in this forecast. And this is going to be kind of watching that. And then we're also looking at, excuse me, got a tickle in my throat here. We go into Sunday the 2nd, and there's a system moving in, and there is some increased confidence February 2nd to about the 5th or 6th, where we are going to be looking at perhaps an active pattern moving in. And when I say active, it looks like it's going to be primarily rain, although there could be a wintry mix with that. But that far out, you can't make that determination because it's just too far out, because with regards to winter precipitation, you need to know the temperatures at different layers of the atmosphere, and that far out, it's going to change a lot. So the 2nd to about the 5th of February, you keep a close eye on it. You see here, this is Sunday, February 2nd at noon. Here's that area of low pressure. And you've got right now rain, but going into that Sunday evening, that Sunday night, that could potentially change over to a wintry mix. But this far out, too many questions. Can't give you that answer right now. It's just how this goes. But right now it does look like we are going to be falling back into an unsettled pattern. But in this case, it looks like more rain is going to be introduced with this forecast, as we are looking at temperatures actually getting above average going into the beginning of February. Take a pause real quick and look at some Facebook comments and questions before we dive into the 7-day forecast. Wow. No comments or questions on the Fox 19 Facebook page. That's surprising. Let's look at my Facebook page, Fox, or at Ethan Emery WX. All right. Let's see. One comment. Oh, 2 comments. Look at that. Growth. Darlene says, thanks. You're welcome. Susan says, we need Mother Nature to be kind to the Florida Keys. I need sunshine and beautiful beach weather next week. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? It does look like they will recover a little bit from that snow that moved through in northern parts of Florida. But at this point, excuse me, it's going to be a lot of time for them to recover because of the fact that they don't have as many resources to clear those roadways as more efficiently as we do up here. Because I don't see it very often. It's a rare phenomena that I think the last time I was looking at the data, I don't have any specifics on this, so this is coming unprepared. But I was reading that the amount of snowfall that New Orleans hadn't been had since 1890 in the record books. So you have this polar vortex that brought us that bitterly cold air, pushed that low pressure system as far south as it did, and it triggered those snow showers. And it was quite significant for those folks. All right, at this point, we don't have any additional comments on the Fox 19 Facebook page, so let's just give it what you want. We'll give you that 7-day forecast here. And again, I just updated. Whoa, hit the wrong one. So let me show you, at the very least. All right, this computer has been giving me some hiccups this morning. So let's go ahead and pull that up. Man, it killed the system for a second. It's still loading. But we're going to show you the 7-day, and I will show you the 14-day forecast, though, again, this is not fully updated, so keep that in mind. So here it is. We got afternoon snow showers today, a high of 31. Morning low of Friday at 10 degrees. Friday afternoon up to 23 and sunshine. We go on into our Saturday, breezy up to 38 degrees. And then we go into the latter half of the weekend, mostly cloudy up to 37. You can see a couple of days of breezy conditions early next week. Monday and Tuesday could see gusts between 25 and 30 miles per hour as that warmer air moves in. We've got highs in the upper 30s Monday, lower 40s on Tuesday, and then by Wednesday of next week, we are looking at highs at 46 under mostly sunny skies. So that is the 7-day forecast. This is the next 14 days. And I do want to point out that this is not, so hopefully Frank shows you this at 6:45 in the mornings, but you'll see here that the temperatures are going to be going above average. Our average highs are in the low 40s, but we are going to be kind of hovering that as we go into beyond the 7-day forecast. And along with that, things are going to be unsettled. I know it says partly cloudy here, but we are looking at rain chances showing up here at this point. So beginning of February does appear to be unsettled. Let's go back to the 7-day forecast just because I do want to highlight the fact that temperatures are warming up. So we got the snow showers today, again, light, along with it some gusty winds that's going to create some reductions in visibility. 31 the afternoon high. Accumulations are less than a half an inch, but visibility will be reduced down to probably less than 5 miles at times, especially right after sunset until about 9 o'clock or so. So that's what we got here for our 19 at noon. TJ asks, how does the weather look over in, I'm not going to pronounce that, I don't know how to pronounce that name, Delaware Cincinnati Cup soccer, heading there for an outdoor tournament? I genuinely don't know. Is that Delaware, Ohio, or is that Delaware, the state? If so, I'm just going to tell you, go to the First Alert Weather app, type in that location, and that's going to give you an answer, because I only forecast here in the tri-state. I try to look at other locations, but we got a lot that we do behind the scenes that kind of limits me looking at all over the country as opposed to just the tri-state. So to answer your question, I don't know. You got if you want to forecast for the region with regards to maybe Columbus or Lexington or Louisville, I can try my best to kind of gauge that. But if it's outside this region, I can't answer that question for you, TJ. And also, let me know, if you're going to ever ask me for a forecast, give me a date, because otherwise I don't know what you mean. So, TJ, if you want to clarify that a little bit for me, I'd appreciate it, and I'll try to answer that if I can. Kathy says, hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Same for you, Diana. And someone's asking, let's get another 6 inches of snow. No, I don't think we have that in the plans in the future at all in our forecast right now. And I'm sure a lot of folks probably won't be happy with you saying that. Billy says, when is it going to get warm? You see here, we got 40s on the way. That's the warmest we can do right now. Certainly warmer than what it has been, for sure. And Jessica says, hi, Ethan. Hi to you as well. Take a look at my Facebook page real quick. All right. Richard says, can't wait till spring. I'm done with all of this. I know a lot of folks are feeling that same way. And we do have warmer weather on the horizon. Got to look positive. Look to the positives here of this forecast. We'll go one last look at the forecast model with the snow this afternoon, as well as the visibility, the amounts, and the temperatures, and then we'll show you the 7-day forecast one more time before we close things off. So again, this afternoon we are looking at those snow showers, again light snow showers moving in. It's going to not amount to very much, but will cause a few travel slowdowns. We'll just put it that way. Today's high is 31 degrees. Cloudy skies will linger with us. Snow showers will continue here this evening. And to try to attempt to answer TJ's question here, if it isn't Columbus, the high is 29 degrees. They're going to be dealing with some snow showers as well. Indianapolis also at 29 degrees. Lexington down to 35. 34 over towards Charleston, West Virginia. 43 in Nashville. And if you want to see the teens again, you have to travel up to Chicago. 19 the forecast high there under mostly sunny skies. Now the big talk today is going to be the snow showers. Now mind you, they're light. We're not looking at anything heavy with this. But let's wait for the computer to load and we'll show you that forecast model. So here we go. This is early afternoon. See this line here? And it's trying to show pink. This is going to be just light snow. So you see here this evening, that line as it moves through, it's not really that impressive. We'll go back again. So here's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5, 6, 7. That line makes its way through. Not impressive at all. But then it gets cold overnight tonight into our Friday morning. So that is that line of snow. Again, I told you, it's not impressive. However, even though it's light, we are looking at wind gusts between 20 and 25 miles per hour. You see it continues going into this evening, into tonight. So that breezy winds factored with those light snow showers will give us some reduction in visibility. So to pull it up one more time, here you go, and you can see there, visibility will be reduced at times, but we're not talking about whiteout conditions. Notice a lot of these colors here indicating that yellow to orange. Yeah, it's reduced, it's impacted, but it's not at whiteout. So if you are traveling this evening, just keep that in mind. Give yourself a little extra time. Make sure the headlights are on. Of course, by this time, it's 9 o'clock at night, so you better have your headlights on. If not, you got bigger issues to solve. But you see here that most of the activity is out of here before 10 o'clock. And then we're good to go for the overnight hours. So that is what we've got for this afternoon and this evening. And if you're curious about the snowfall amounts, it's not impressive. It's less than a half an inch. And again, waiting on the computer to load, and here you have it. That's it, less than a half an inch. So not much in the way of accumulations. You're going to notice it mainly on grassy surfaces or along the edges of roadways at best. But do keep in mind with any snow, there could be a few slick spots out there. And keep in mind too, the bigger concern for travel is not the slick roads, but rather the visibility being reduced. Regardless, for both of those things, this time of year, we're going to tell you the same thing every time. Be cautious while you're driving. Give yourself extra time. And we say that not to annoy you, but we're telling you because in these kind of situations, people might overlook that and it creates reckless driving. We'll put it that way. So make sure you're being safe if you're traveling this evening and tonight. So here is the 7-day forecast. We'll show you that, and we're going to close things off here for our 19 at noon, our weekday weather show. We do every single weekday at noon, anywhere you stream. But here you go, the 7-day forecast. 31 today, 23 for Friday, a bit colder with some sunshine. Saturday, 38, a little breezy out there, partly cloudy. Sunday, mostly cloudy and 37. And then next week, the first half of the week, sunny with temperatures gradually warming up. 39 Monday, 43 Tuesday, up to 46 by next Wednesday. Under sunny skies, lows in the upper 20s and low 30s, and highs in the low to mid 40s. And it does look pretty dry the next 7 days, but going to the beginning of February, we are looking at a bit of an unsettled forecast beginning to show up. And of course, meteorologist, or I should say Chief Meteorologist Steve Horstmeyer will have that update with that 14-day forecast we give you exclusively coming up this evening at 6:45. So that'll do it for us here on this Wednesday edition of our 19 at noon weekday weather show. available wherever you stream. We got you covered anytime, anywhere on the First Alert Weather app, as well as on our First Alert 24/7 Weather streaming channel.